Hello YouTube and welcome back to Allie's Wonderland Creations. I am Alice Seraphin and I'm a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in the United States. So welcome to my channel. I am so excited to be here with you. August, Stampin' Up! Is having a sale of 30% off all of their kits. So I have had 2 kits sitting on my shelf over here and I am now getting to them to show you and to share a little with you. So I am going to be giving away one of everything for each of these cards, and I'm going to be giving them away in 1 week from the date this video airs, or about 5 days anyways. So let's show you what we're doing. The first one, I think this one has more cards in it, so I'm thinking of doing 2 videos. We'll do the original project and then an alternative, and then I'll do a video number 2 with the other alternatives that I come up with, and I'm really trying to keep them with what's in the kit. Can't promise that, but if I add something, I'll throw it in the envelope with it. So this is the second. I had the kerchief card kit sitting on my shelf, and this is for the guys. So we're going to work with this one first of all, and here is, I'm going to show you before we put it in there. So there you have it. This is the first one. Maybe I'll do 2 giveaways. Maybe I'll do 2, 1 of each. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. So this is going into an envelope. I'm going to put my little address stamp there on it, and put this in here for now because I might be adding bits to it for the second one. We'll have to see what we do, but for right now, that's in the envelope to mail out. And I do need to make a note on it of when I am going to do this. So that one, the 5th or 6th, so this one will probably air on the 7th or 8th. So air date the 7th or August 8th, and that would mean it will mail out on the 14th or 15th, and I will draw the name on the same date and I'll stick it in the mail. So this is for August. So I'm just going to stick that aside. That's my notes. Let's go ahead and see what you get in the kit. So you get, for the one, this is what they had, and we're going to do it just like the kit even says thank you. The little spot is Mossy Meadow. I'm not going to open that one up. I'm just going to use my large ink pad here. And these are polymer stamp sets. So let's grab a Stampin' Pierce mat. And let me get some scratch paper to work with, just in case we need it. Oh, I've already got an idea in my head for an alternative. So we need to stamp. So you get the card base, the little shield, that piece, and this piece, and they say thank you for all you do with the little rays here. So we're going to mount this one up. Thank you. Where is that? Now I cannot stamp these, so you will have to stamp your own thing on here. So you're not going to get a stamped image, but oh, we forgot for all you do, didn't we? So we need thank you. Oh, no, thank you can go on that block. For all you do can go on a little block, maybe, if I have one up here. You do get one of these blocks with it. So there we have it. So we have our block mounted. Let's go ahead and glue this down, and the wood is at the top, this is at the bottom. Let me grab my glue bottle. Hopefully I can start it out a bit. Yep, it's going to start out just fine. You can do X marks the spot. So just stick that on there like so. Our shield we're going to do some stamping on. Same with this one, but because these are new polymer stamp sets, I'm going to stamp and squish, squishy, squishy. Okay, I'm going to do that real quick to all of them. Stamp, squishy, squishy, squishy. Stamp, squishy, 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 squishy. All right, now they should be good to go. So we're going to stamp the thank you. Put some ink on there that I don't want. Now, for me, I have to go this way, just because I don't know why, but that's kind of how it works with me, and let's hope that's good placement. It's okay placement. It needs a little something to go there, so we'll have to see about that. Let me clean this off, because I'm not really crazy about it, but I don't have extras in this kit. Not that I'm aware of yet. So we need to pop this. I'm looking at the photo right there. For all you do, I'll show you the photo in a minute. There's just not quite enough room right here. All right. And this is going to go right there. For you should have gone down there a minute, but we live and learn, right? So I'm going to add a strip of glue right there. And we need a little something. Let's see. We have like a little black one, a blue one in here. This is what I'm thinking, adding there. No, that's kind of blue. That's not gonna work. Let's try again, right? This has got mint macaron, crumb cakes. You guys, let me move that so I don't like dip something into it. So we need something, something, something. No, 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 no. No, if those were colored, that would work. I kind of, nope, don't want the stars either. Like that, I was thinking of it. You saw me thinking of it. Actually, those might work because those are vanilla. Am I not going to have anything I like? I'm not going to have anything I like. Okay, we'll leave it alone for now, and I'll have to see about it. Think about it. You can color these. These are the classic matte dots. I don't have any more black, but I can color one. I can find my black Sharpie permanent marker here. This is for, let's see if we can do, or maybe it's alcohol. I know you can color these though, because I've done it. But this is looking really shiny. It may need to dry. We'll have to wait and see. This is not my Sharpie. So let's let that dry for a minute. I don't know why I'm being so difficult. Well, we have, voila, the pearlized enamel effect basics. We can use that, no problem. Don't know why I'm being so difficult. So this, I'm just going to glue straight down. Next time I'll have to right in the center like so. I'm going to take a little sand eraser. That does bother me, and I don't have another one to use. Just to lift up the color a little bit more, but that's really not even working either. It is a little bit. Little by little, it's getting it off. That's a little better. So I thought about doing 1, 2, 3. Let's get this started. Ooh, fan, it's definitely bringing on some heat. So do I want one here? Yes, we're going to cover that up with one. 1, 2, do a little triangle effect. 3. Didn't mean to add anything really to this. We're going to do one in this corner and one in this corner, and when it dries it will be good to go. So there is project number 1. That's as it was designed, and our envelope. Okay, let me show you. Except of course, you know, my thank you is not where it should be, but that's that one right there. So you're going to get that in yours. Next, we're going to work on an alternative. So I'm going to set that aside so nothing happens to it. We're going to see about what happens with that. Keep those out. So grab another set of that's in here. Now, what was I thinking? There are a lot of things you can do with this. So it tells you on the back of these kits, coordinating colors: crumb cake, gray granite, mint macaron, mossy meadow, Sahara sand, and soft seafoam. We could add a bit of either crumb cake or mossy meadow behind here. This is a real simple addition. Whatever I do on this, I will put in, I'm gonna need a full sheet. Let's look at mossy meadow behind it. Put the cap on this before it gets all dried up. It's very, very hot today, but I'm happy. Ooh, I can already tell you, I think that's beautiful. So all we're gonna do is back this piece with mossy meadow. So in the envelope, I'm gonna stick a piece of mossy meadow. You're gonna see me cut it, stick it in the envelope. We're gonna do a better job on stamping on that one, hopefully. Same thing, we're gonna stamp, but let's move this aside and this aside, and we need to measure this one. So this is how I do it, y'all. You see me how I work with my stuff. 3 1/4 by 4 1/4. So we need to go a 1/4 inch larger all the way around, which adds a 1/2 inch. So this way it's going to be 4 1/2 by 3 3/4. So 3 3/4 by 4 1/2. So I'm going to cut it this way first of all because I need to. So it's at 4 1/4. We're going to add a 1/2 inch all the way around, which is going to bring it to, no, hold on, let's see, make sure I got this right. Yes, there's my 2 1/4 inches for all the way around the card. So there's that, 4 3/4. Put that down there. Move this one here. See, it's 3 1/4. We need to add a 1/2 inch. There we go, 3 3/4. There's one. This one needs to be at 3 3/4. That we can keep. And where's my envelope with your goodies in it? So you can see me, I'm putting that in there. Ta-da! There you go. And let's get this done. So we are going to glue this one to this one, and do we want to do it this way? We're going to keep it simple still because we still got alternatives I get to share with you. So maybe I'll do them all. This might be a longer video, but it is me showing you the alternatives. So we'll just keep it going here. I'll try not to make them very complicated. Try. Don't want to make it complicated. I want everybody to feel like they can do the cards. So we're going to do X marks the spot in the center, dot, 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 around the outside edge of the X. Pop this here, and you see you get that nice deep color there. Really, really like that. Now, we could even go further and add a little bit of the Mossy Meadow border on this. I don't think so. I think that looks really good. So we're gonna do a much better job this time of stamping. So we want this about right there. I'm not even, do I need to stamp it in Pierce Matte? Yeah, if I want a really good stamping of it, it's gonna need it. So bring this out. Little glue on there or something. Alright, so we want this in the center. This time, I should have done this originally when I did the first one. So I'm going to look at it, see how I got it placed there. Now I'm going to hold that above it and stamp. Now this is going to look how much better that is. So much better. For all you do, much better. Now we really have to work on the thank you, right? I did not get it well lined up. Let's try it this way. I can't really see if it's straight, so we're gonna hope for the best. Yes, that will work. Okay, let's get this card done. Let's get her done. Simple, simple. Oops, make sure the card is not upside down. That would not be nice. Now you can add dimensionals to yours, whatever you would like. But we want this in the center, so that looks really, really good. And add some glue there. So there's alternative number 2, and you have the supplies to do that. Really, really cool. So here's my envelope. Now the next one, I think we're going to do a combination. I'm like, where's my first card? I was like, did I just put stuff on it? I want to make sure I don't set this on top of it because it has those effect pearl things going on it. So this one. Now, do we cut up some of this envelope? Is beautiful. It's beautiful. It goes with the card so well. But we could cut that up. I think we're going to save that for the last one. So what do we do now? I am thinking my little dog needs to stop barking is what I'm thinking of. Let's go ahead and do the shield stamping first. So we're going to stamp our thank you. Try to get it a little bit more center this time. I just can't see, guys. I get to stand up so I can see over this stamp. That is 10 times better than the last 2. So we're going to ink up our little rays. Oh, my little bossy little thing. So here I'm going to move this one out of the way, pop that one down, scoot it back up. Yes. Do for all you do. Okay, so we got the stamping done. Boy, that's really close. That's really good. And let's see, we could add some mint macaron, and then we could stamp on to, yeah, or that's what we're gonna do. Hold on. Gotta reach into the retired product, what I have left. Alright, see, mint macaron. Well, oh, is that ever so cool looking? I really, really like that. Okay. It's like I want to do this on the next one so we don't have to cut up that envelope that we were doing. So, nope, I'm going to do it on this one. So, this little piece that we had before, we're going to need this that I had. We're going to do some cutting up. So, this one, my first cut is going to be to make it, what is it this way? 5. So this way needs to be 3 3/4, because 3 3/4 by 5. So I'm going to cut 2 of these. I might trim it down a little, so I'm not going to put it in the envelope until I get it exactly where I want it. So I'm going to set that one over there. This is going to go here. I want to split this one apart. So yes, and then this is how wide. This is 3 3/4. So where's my little green strip? I'm hoping this is 1 inch. Let's see. Oh, so good. So I'm going to cut this to, what did I say? 3 1/4. So we're going to cut this to 3 1/4. And then I'm going to cut this in half, and it's going to give you a piece and me a piece. Give us a 1/2 inch there. I'm going to stick that over there, and then you'll see me get it in the envelope. All I'm doing is moving it a bit to put this piece in the center. And look at that, I made it the wrong size. I can't help but laugh. That's just how it goes sometimes, guys. It's no big deal. These little strips here, maybe we'll use those for something else. But let me get another piece and try it again, right? So let's get it on here. What did I say? Did I cut it not at 3 1/4? I cut it at 3 and not 3 1/4. So we're going to look right here on the guillotine, 3 1/4. So we're going to go this way. That won't work to 3 1/4. So we're going to cut it to 3 1/4. Turn it this way and get 2 cuts, 3 1/4. One for you, and 1 for me. That one. Not those two, not that one, and not this little piece in my hand. That can go back in my thing. So, look, now we got it going on. So I'm just extending it a bit. Do I want to do it? Let me get this where I want it. Okay, this needs to be, we're going to actually need to do a little trick here. This helps me out. You guys have no idea. So the mint macaron piece here is 3 3/4 by 5. So the next measurement, guillotine please. So 3 3/4 by 5 means 3 by 4 1/4. I'm going to cut you one of these too, but it's not quite where... See, I'm going to show you that. We're not going to get that because this is going to be here and here. And this is in the center, okay? So it works on everything except for that little edge, which we can use. But what I'm going to do now is thinking we could do a little border of crumb cake along the sides. Or I might have to trim this top and bottom. We just don't need it a full. We're going to pop that on top. So what I'm going to do, I'm trying to figure out how I'm going to do this. I want this to come down on the sides. It won't work at that because this is 3 1/4. So this is measurements. So this needs to come down 1/4 inch around this way. So there it needs to come here. And then it's even all the way around. And then we're going to glue these top and bottom. So let me cut you a piece this size, which is 3 1/4 by 4 1/2. So 3 1/4 by 4 1/2. That's going in your little envelope. Now we can get on with it and see how I figure out measurements sometimes. So now that we have this the size we want, we need to glue our top and bottom together. So this is the top piece. I'm gonna tap it down like that so it's all the way where it should be. And I'm going to go big X marks the spot a little bit more. Gluing that to the bottom. Because you see this little gap? That little gap is where this piece is now going to go down. So I need to put a little bit of glue here. Hardly see it on that wood grain, but this now, I didn't put it in the center because there's that gap there, but now we expanded this so it's gonna sit beautifully in there. And let's get these glued together. So we're gonna glue these two together now that they're all on one sheet. And the printer paper does a great job of that. And this is still doing the wood grain at the top. We're going to glue this now down to our card base. Okay, so this is alternative number 2. Where's my other pieces? And we didn't even have to cut up. We didn't have to cut up anything. Now I'm going to show you a little trick. See how this is like, you don't want to put any extra thing back there. Take a bit. I'm going to take this little bit here, and if I find scissors, any scissors will work. Trim that off. I'm going to add a piece here and a piece here without adding any dimensionals and glue that down. Okay, because I'm not adding any dimensionals on this, but it's a little rocky. So I'm going to give you this piece you can cut in half and put and do the same thing. So I'm sticking that with the envelope pile. But like I said, I can't stamp the sentiments for you. Now we have a nice, it's not going to rock around on there. And all I need to do now is put glue here because there's no dimensionals on this. It's nice and flat. There's our shield. And our thank you is going to get a wiggle of glue right there. And you wouldn't even know that little bit. You could cut these off if you wanted to see the mossy meadow there, but it's just to fill in our gap. So that is card number 3. I mean, alternative number 2. Let me show you the pieces I'm going to give you. So, oops, where's your envelope? This one. Here's the envelope. So you need to make sure you have your extension piece and your piece you can cut in half to add. This is where you're going to glue your pieces on and the mint macaron if you choose to do that particular alternatives, but we're not done. Let's see, I think I have one more envelope left, and I do. So let's see what we can come up to with this one. Do we want to cut that up? I don't know if I want to cut it up. I kind of want to leave the envelope as such. So the next one, I am thinking, oh, I know they said crumb cake, but I was thinking early espresso to really, I mean, we could put that, no. I kind of like a teeny tiny border of early espresso around it. And I know, to me, that just is on the cake. And then I would stamp in early espresso. And that's what we're going to do. So let me grab, what do I have in here that's able to be cut down? These are card bases. Card bases. Maybe it's easier if I use a card base, right? Let's see. Or we can just trim this down. It still wouldn't give it to me. These are both, all 3 of those are card bases, and I need to, oh, I was like, was going to have to open up a new package. I'm like, I didn't want to open up a new package. So this piece here, we're just going to go add 1/4 of an inch to our measurements. So I want it, move that aside. We want the widest measurement first, which is going to be 4 1/4. We're going to do 4 1/2. I'm going to cut and 4 1/2. Because I want 1/8 of an inch border. Right. Set those down there out of the way. This way is 3 1/4, so this is going to be 3 1/2, and I need 2 of these, one for you and one for me. And I'm hoping it's right. Let's check before we look at that. It's so right. It is so right. So that down there. This piece is going, you're going to see it, there it goes, in your envelope with all the other little goodies. I mean, you don't have to use them, but that way you have the options to do so. We're going to glue this one down to in any long skinny sentiment, well, not long, but any skinny sentiment would work in this, like happy birthday. They even have a happy birthday in here. It really does have great, see, it has birthday. Father's Day, so happy. You just could do so much. So we're going to stick with the thank you and everything else. But like I said, we want to do it this time in early espresso. And if you guys were wondering, did I consider doing my little speckles stuff? Oh yeah. It's rolling through my head, kind of saving that for the other cards in here. So here's my card base. We're going to glue that down to the card base. I just don't want these to get excessively long, but we are doing on this particular card kit, we are doing 3 alternatives. So we need this one, we need the early espresso. I can close up my Mossy Meadow for now as I ink me up, of course. That's just how I roll. We need the Stampin' Pierce mat. And I'm going to stand up to try to get the thank you in the center. Alright, next we're going to put this down, put there that. We're going to get our raise. Got to get it kind of straight there, hopefully. I want it right here. Drop it down. Pop that back up. For all you do. Drop it down. It's all done. I can close this up because this is our last alternative. Very, very simply done. This is going flat. These are all flats. So give a little wiggle of glue there. And I'm going to give you a look at all of our cards now. You can stamp thank you on the card envelopes if you want. We're not going to get into that. So let's see what we have here. I think that's one. Nope, that's the one we extended. So 1, 2, 3, and our original. So let's see. The one that I put the thank you too far over. So we have the original, and let's get, you can see it's right here. There's our original. So this is alternative number 1, alternative number 2, and alternative number 3. This is the one that we did the extension, extending it out a little bit more. So there are my projects. Thank you guys for watching. Please like, share, or comment, and I will enter your name in for a drawing. This will air on August 7th or August 8th, and then I will do a drawing of the names 5 days later. So if you watched it after that, sorry, you're going to miss out. But I don't have my calendar out here. It's in my bag that I took to my grandson's football. So I'm going to turn this around so all those goodies stay in there. And there you have it. Thanks for watching, everybody. I hope you enjoyed it. And once again, I'll see you guys on video number 2 of For the Guides Card Kits. Bye for now. Come back and visit me in my wonderland. Bye-bye.